hello from Dublin, or more specifically, my friend's back garden on this cloudy June afternoon. Um, Thinking of care and architecture, my thoughts gravitate towards a space I felt the absence of these past 18 months or so. Felt more keenly due to the coronavirus pandemic. You might call it a garden, a terrace, or a balcony. In all those things, I'd like to talk about the need for our homes to have access to immediate, private or semi private outdoor space. Where I am now is a small garden, what remains following the extension of a 100-year-old house near Dublin city centre. But the overall shape and size is quite useful, I suppose, for this topic. It's roughly maybe 1.5 meters wide, around 4 meters long, um, roughly the equivalent of contemporary uh, guidelines for the smallest required outdoor space currently in Ireland, the apartment balcony. And during the height of the pandemic restrictions across Europe, much was made of the outlet for exercise, relaxation, communality, offered by balconies in particular, with a number of videos illustrating the wealth of activities on show, many of them quickly going viral. But as society reopens, much of that conversation, maybe in architecture, urban design, planning, has tended to turn towards the public realm and the need to provide adequate space for those returning to our city centres and town centres. That's understandable, and there have been some positive changes made in that regard, including improved cycling infrastructure and increased pedestrianisation. But I think we maybe do a slight disservice if we so quickly forget the lessons of the past year. While discussions regarding the design and management of public spaces take center stage, there's been maybe less change with regard to how we think about housing. So while 2020 did effectively see the banning of co-living or shared accommodation, as it's called in Ireland, there does remain ways around the provision of immediate private outdoor space. There's no mention of the requirement with regards to student accommodation, certainly not here in Dublin City. In any case, regular apartment standards don't apply to build to rent units. It's down to the discretion of individual planning authorities. And similarly, with regard to sites of 0.25 hectares or less, um, private amenity space requirements can be relaxed in part or in whole, despite the fact that it's really these very central locations that these spaces are perhaps most precious and necessary. So, yet really, there's no replacement for the multitude of roles that immediate outdoor space provides to any housing type. Its presence guarantees access to natural light and ventilation, not another party wall. It makes room for the messy things that we can't keep inside. This my bike here behind me, for example, and it offers on sunnier days space of convenience and connection to the outdoors. So whether a back or front garden, a balcony, a shared inhabited deck, or a rooftop terrace, I know I miss the absence of an immediate private or semi-private outdoor space these past few months. And I think that its inclusion can be a way for architecture to care about all citizens, regardless of housing type or tenure.